Hello my fellow explorers, welcome back to our newest custom Hearthstone expansion, Age of the August Celestials. This expansion splits Hearthstone's classes into 4 factions, and last time we covered the first of these. So in this episode we'll be covering the second faction, the Red Crane faction. This faction is available to Paladin, Priest and Shaman. The Red Crane faction is all about an older mechanic from the Rumble Run solo adventures in Rastakhan's Rumble. In these adventures, you'd play with a new type of minion called a Shrine. Shrine is a keyword that means that whenever the minion is destroyed, silenced or removed from the battlefield in any way, it will instead go dormant for 3 turns. When a Shrine is dormant, it will keep any enchantments it had and return to full health before it awakens. Well, this expansion introduces this mechanic to Standard, but it also reinvents the way you play with your Shrine. You see, each class in the Red Crane faction has their very own Shrine. Paladin has the Eternal Brazier, which is a 0/6 minion that says, "This awakens with Rush and Divine Shield." That means that after the Brazier dies and goes dormant, it will awaken with those keywords. Priest gets the Divine Bell, which is a 0/5 minion that says, "Whenever another friendly minion is overhealed, give it that much health." And Shaman gets the Engine of Nadak Shah, which is a 0/5 minion that says, "Your hero power is Lightning Jolt." Lightning Jolt costs 2 mana and deals 2 damage, and whenever the Shrine is alive, this is your hero power. In order to play with your Shrine, you first need to summon it onto the battlefield. The Red Crane faction gets 5 neutral cards exclusive to the faction, and 3 of these are able to summon the Shrine. Most cards that summon your Shrine will also trigger a different bonus if the Shrine is already summoned or dormant. Oh, and by the way, Red Crane cards are recognized by a red banner underneath their mana crystal. Each faction also gets a powerful neutral faction legendary, and the Red Crane faction gets Shiji the Red Crane.
Create the destiny you seek.
Shiji is a 5 mana 4/5 legendary beast, and when you play him, he will empower your Shrine. This means that he will transform your Shrine into a more powerful version. And this will even work if your Shrine is dormant, but you need to have already summoned your Shrine for Shiji's effect to work. Paladin's Shrine changes to this card, which awakens with Charge instead of Rush. Priest's Shrine changes to this card that also gives your friendly minions attack when overhealed in addition to health. And Shaman's Shrine will instead change your hero power to Thunder Jolt, which deals 4 damage for 2 mana. In addition to all of that, Shiji will also awaken your Shrine if it's dormant. The final neutral Red Crane card is the Disciple of Shiji, which will draw a legendary minion, and if it draws Shiji, it will also awaken your Shrine. Each class gets 4 class exclusive faction cards that support their different shrines. Paladin's playstyle is all about buffing your Shrine. Because your Shrine keeps any enchantments when it goes dormant, Paladin's Shrine decks are basically building their own Exodia type minion. Paladin gets multiple cards that can buff your Shrine's stats, like Cranewing Defender, which summons or buffs your Shrine. Champion of Shiji, which is just a huge buff for your Shrine and even works while it's dormant. And Shiji's Aura, which can buff and awaken your Shrine. Each class also gets a legendary faction card, and Paladin gets Sheila, Second Hope. Sheila is a 4 mana 3/4 legendary beast, and when you play her, she will cause your Shrine to get a random bonus effect every time it awakens this game, and on top of that, she will also awaken your Shrine. Paladin's remaining cards are themed around the Time Walkers from World of Warcraft. Paladin gets cards that are able to send your other cards into the future. This means they will leave your hand and return after a couple turns. As well as multiple cards that will trigger a bonus if they were sent into the future. Paladin also gets a legendary for this package, Kairos Vision of Time.
I would be infinite!
Kairos is a 5 mana 5/6 minion, and when you play him, you will get a copy of all your cards that are currently in the future, and they will then cost 2 less mana. This works with other cards from the package, but also with cards like Anachronos and Wild. Like you saw, Priest's Shrine is all about overhealing, so their Shrine package has many cards with healing and overheal effects, like Bastion of Hope, which can awaken your Shrine when overhealed and trigger a bonus if it's already awake. Red Crane Disciple, which summons your Shrine or heals your characters if you already have a Shrine. And Shiji's Grace, which also restores health to your characters and can draw cards too. Priest's faction legendary is the Harmonic Mallet. This weapon costs 4 mana, has 0 attack and 3 durability, and while it's equipped, all your characters will have overheal summon a random 2-cost minion. This effect might not seem like much on its own, but combined with your shrine you can quickly build some giant boards. Priest's remaining cards are made for a new big spell priest deck. Priest gets these cards to support big spells, as well as a bunch of expensive spells. The spell Mistwalking could also easily be played in the shrine deck. Priest's other legendary is a legendary spell, Celestial Water Speaking. This 7 mana nature spell will play a copy of every card that is in your opponent's hand. Finally, Shaman has a completely different way of playing with their shrine. Shaman's shrine gave you a new hero power, so Shaman's faction cards are all about improving your hero power. Like Flames of Shiji, which will awaken your shrine and increase the damage of your hero power this game. Red Crane Rider, which will summon your shrine or increase the damage of your hero power if you already have a shrine. And Fields of Hope, which is a location that refreshes your hero power and once again increases the damage of it. Shaman's faction legendary is Master Thelonious.
May the Red Crane live forever.
Thelonious is a 4 mana 4/4 minion, and when you play him, he will awaken your shrine. In addition to that, he will also make you draw a card whenever you use your hero power this game. The rest of Shaman's cards are themed around the Mogu attempting to resurrect Lei Shen. This package is built similarly to the nature spell package from Across the Timeways that revolves around damaging your own minions with nature spells. Shaman gets these cards that trigger a bonus when damaging your own minions with nature spells, as well as some cards that can be used to damage your own minions with nature spells. Shaman's other legendary is Zul, Herald of Lei Shen.
This tomb will be your final resting place.
Zul is a 6 mana 6/6 minion with nature spell damage +3. When you play Zul, he will also summon a 0/6 Sarcophagus of Lei Shen. Whenever you damage the sarcophagus with a nature spell, it will instead gain a charge, and when it reaches 3 charges, it will explode to deal 6 damage to all enemies. This can be repeated multiple times as long as the sarcophagus is still alive. Well, those were all the cards I had for you today. But if you want to check out all the cards from the expansion that have been revealed so far, head to the description where a link will take you to an overview of the entire set. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future cards for the expansion. And with that, I'll see you next time.